Why, hey there, guys. How's it going? Sloppy here. Boy, that was energetic. Welcome to some more adventures. And you guys know, if there's one thing I excel at in Creativerse, it is parkour, especially of the ultimate variety. So let's get this parkour challenge started off with ultimate parkour. Yeah, wave 1. There we go. There we go. Oh, through the light. A lot of lighting. Wave 2. Alright. The lag is what makes this probably the most difficult thing in Creativerse, is the lag that comes with adventures. There we go. Wave 2. No problem so far. A teleporter, eh? Wave 3. Shot in the dark, this does a thing, doesn't it? Maybe not? Maybe it doesn't do a thing? Oh, okay, so this is a jumping. I thought that bridge was gonna like phase out or something. Now I'm thinking there may be a psychological element to this adventure. Wood wall's a pleasant block to look at. Thanks, you've passed the parkour. Thanks for playing. That was really easy. That was really easy. Okay, let's go check out more adventures from this page. There's a bunch. I assume these are all from the blueprint contest they're holding right now. This one seemed particularly intriguing to me. I admire anyone that builds underwater in this game because it is a frustrating endeavor. So I really admire people that build underwater. And this looks like a very large underwater build, which sounds like it could possibly be the worst thing to ever build in this game. But let's check it out after an extremely long loading screen. Leave a like if you're still enjoying these adventures. You know, we used to do the world tours, and then they put in adventures, and it all got different, and it's hard to find worlds to tour, if I'm being honest. A lot of great suggestions in the comments on last video, though, so I'm excited to check some of those out. Anyway, leave a like if you're still enjoying this series. It's very much appreciated. Wow. I'm just gonna... Just kind of want to get close to it to see, like, the underwater craziness of it. Do you mind if I take a little picture? Take a little picture. Creativerse blessed us with this nice camera feature. It's actually just a lovely, underrated feature. I use it all the time for builds I enjoy, for secret builds that we're probably not supposed to look at. What a lovely house. Look at how much detail they used with the limestone. Intriguing. This is a lovely, lovely home. But we're not here to look at the home. We're here to look at the underwater base. I apologize. I apologize, homeowners. I'm not supposed to creep around your property. Okay. Underwater base. Underwater base. The base is pumping, jaw. Entry default _ text dot poi. Uh-oh. What a neat design. So this is stucco windows on all sides of us. Look at that. The water comes right in. What an interesting tunnel. Look at that. They use seashells and an arc stone torch to block off the water here. Wow. What a neat tunnel. Really cool. We're walking on reinforced glass that they just cut into the limestone and sand floor. Very cool floor. Very cool floor design. So, let's see. Mainland tunnel, Hemisphere Oasis. So this is probably the large thing that we were seeing from over there, the sphere. You know, I'm a man who knows spheres in this game. I built a bunch of them in my museum project. So we kind of made like a little custom tree down here. It looks great. This is the shorewood leaves. Yeah, shorewood leaves and shorewood wood. It looks almost corrupted in this light. This is lovely. Look at this. Okay, I don't think these are working right now, but we'll click them. Very cool. Mineral water, nice touch. So he really built dark stucco, reinforced glass, and then just sort of built in. Very cool. Restroom, don't mind if I do. For anyone who's been catching the streams, you know I I drink a lot of water while I stream, so occasionally I use the restroom. It's not a big deal. Gosh, don't know why I brought it up. Bit of an interesting restroom using the this thing where you can drop. Yeah, cool effect. Cool, cool, cool. Also, catch my streams over at twitch.tv/ShoppingCanadianGaming. Link in the description. Monday through Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern, and then other times randomly. Creativerse and all kinds of stuff. Central Hall. Okay, I'll stop talking now. So this is like a whole little base built down here. I don't know what I expected. I thought it might just be the underwater part, but like there's actually quite a more than I expected there to be. So canteen, we got some lovely food, and these don't look particularly edible. They kind of look like pine cones in a punch bowl or something, but you know what? People eat weird stuff. No judgment here. We got some nice sleeping quarters using gingerbread windows. Wow, that is a really nice texture in a sort of darker room, isn't it? Like, it's a really nice wall texture. I never even thought about that. Like, especially with the corners, it adds a little bit of detail. It looks nice next to the stucco. This is a really cool palette. And I assume they're using one of the red lightings, right? Still got a bit of an orange hue, maybe the industrial red light thing. Craft area and mirage. I don't know what that is. Mirage. Okay, very basic. Mirage. Maybe that means like up in a foreign language? I'm not sure. Yeah, look at how much is built here. I guess when you're up here, it doesn't look huge, but when you're down there, it's quite a sizable area to clear out all the water from. Very impressive. I also like the glass. It's just a very nice design. Alright, we've got a giant coral castle. I actually didn't notice it was coral from back there. With some red adobe. It's probably my least favorite texture in the game, but you know what? It looks okay on the large scale. We got some lovely doors. And, yep, it is a castle made of coral. Quite possibly my nightmare. Like, doesn't it feel like we're inside of a brain? Does anyone else get that? Redwood wall. He's combining all the red blocks. Also, look at the fence sideways. That looks really good, actually, as a railing. He's combining a lot of the different red blocks, which is kind of intriguing to me. He's mixing a lot of textures, which I really like. Looks like there's a lot of ways to get around, which is cool. Like a really well-designed, built-up castle. Yeah, look at this lovely courtyard with the cobblestone. A little bit of a red tinge to that as well. Yeah, this is really well built. Bravo. I always like to get a view from the highest peak, because that's just sort of my thing. I like looking at things. So it looks like sort of symmetrical. 2 weeks in a row, 2 interesting castles. If you missed last week's adventure, we saw this really interesting build. It was a flower tower build, which was something else. I feel like this place really shines at night. I'm not sure how this would look in the daytime, but at night it is lovely. And then it looks like, yeah, it's just getting down. So there's not a huge amount in this castle. It's sort of all in the underground base, but that's kind of interesting. Look at the size of this thing from inside, huh? Hopefully they don't have fall damage. They do, but I was okay. Yeah, look at the size of this main castle. Impressive, to say the least. What an adventure. Wow. Underwater base. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. I pressed G. I swear I did. Sometimes I press F or anything around G is often what I press as opposed to G, but just want to... I did not notice it was coral. You can't really tell from back here, right? Maybe that's just me. Either way, really cool underwater thing, really cool castle. Let's check out another adventure. Next up, there are a lot of great adventures in the new tab, by the way. A lot of people with really cool blueprints for the new costume contest thing. But this one really caught my eye. That name, Adventure, Pokemon Red Blue. The adventure of Pokemon recreating the world of Pokemon Red Blue will take time, but I think it will be fun. So there's actually, I don't think, any way to fight creatures like that, but awesome, right? Recreating the world of Pokemon Red Blue. I mean, I'm a little insulted he didn't bring up Yellow, because that's the one I played, but that's beside the point. I think this is a really interesting project. Version 1.1, obviously it would take time. It's a big world, but I'm really intrigued by this. I assume this is Professor Oak's lab, because it kind of looks like it would be. Wow, this is eerily, you know, like, I remember this exact layout. He has the bookshelves. There was always some guy standing here who would say something, whatever. Wow. Wow, that's actually a really good computer screen. I didn't even think about that. Ooh, look, these are the Pokemon you can choose from. I believe in Pokemon Go, if you walk out a few times, you get Pikachu, right? Here are all the Pokemon you can choose from. What was it? Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander? I believe. Yes. Did anyone ever choose Bulbasaur? I feel like he was always the one left out. Pokemon tips. Okay, Red's house. Red's house. Oh, yeah. Of course. This was every Pokemon house, like, right? They had a table, a bunch of chairs. There'd be, like, a mom standing over somewhere. Upstairs was the room you chilled in. This is where you were born, right? You would wake up and stretch out and, today's the day we'll get our first Pokemon. Awesome. Grum's Temple Garden, because they like to rub it in the face of everyone who still doesn't have it. Everyone who still doesn't have Grum's Temple Garden. Blue's house. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's interesting. 2 of 7. Okay, so we have a bit more built. I was curious if it was just this first town. It looks like he's gone a bit further, though. So it's actually interesting. You know, I think Pokemon's a very achievable thing because, you know, because it was 8-bit and everything, a lot of these buildings, like, this is enough detail to know that it's, you know, his house and whatnot. So that's I think this is kind of a cool build because it's actually, you know, it's interesting. Very cool. I like when people do different things like this. So he's using death statues, which must be a painstaking... Oh, that's almost a pun. It must be annoying to use death statues for the areas that you can't get out, right? Because it would be killing yourself over and over again to get them. Well. So this is Route 1, of course, the wild grass. Love it. Love it. Mixing in some flowers. There was a trainer who would always stand right at the end, right? Is that where you fought? What's his name? Doesn't matter. The nostalgia. It's been a very long time since I've played Pokemon, but the nostalgia. Right. But you can only get over these going backwards, right? I think you can't walk to Viridian City this way. I think, like, this slab shouldn't be there. You can't walk that way. Does not important. There's a bed. Bloop. So this is probably where he's working, I'd assume. Viridian City Poke Center. I assume that's the one with the red roof. Viridian City. So it looks like this is where he's sort of gotten to. I don't, you know, clearing out trees in this game is kind of a nightmare. Viridian City Pokemon Center. That's actually a pretty cool couch. Might steal that design. Another reason to use the camera. Shrubs look pretty good. Yeah. This actually is a really good use of that block to put all your Pokeballs on. They spin around, everyone healed up. Awesome. Awesome. Oh yeah. I guess we wouldn't really know what's behind those doors because you never got to go through them. Pikachu. Okay, so this is as far as he's gotten. So he's got Viridian City, I remember being quite a bit larger, but pretty good start, I think. You know, it's an ambitious project, but it seems to be going pretty well so far. Yeah, so it's pretty awesome Pokemart. These kind of do look like little Pokeballs. Although this also does just look like a terrifying store because everything they sell is an explosive and a sword. Anyway, really cool adventure. I'm excited to see where this one goes. Again, I think it'd be great if when you leave an adventure there was a button that says follow and it would update you whenever this gets updated. But this is definitely one to keep an eye on. I'm excited to see where this one goes. Alright, start of the sci-fi build competition. Entry, enjoy the views and tour, check every place for the checkpoints, also be mindful of the cold meter. I set up a torch, I can't speak in English. Avatar Studios, the Arcadia Base, which is, I guess for the sci-fi blueprint competition they put up. Is there another competition now? Or no, I think the sci-fi build is the costume contest, right? You get a skin for your giant glove hand that can pull blocks and manipulate matter and whatnot. think we're in a spaceship. Awesome. Awesome. I think we're in a spaceship. Cool place to start. Galactic LEDs. That's awesome. I didn't even realize they sort of look like emergency lighting, don't they? Amazing. The store is locked. Yeah, there we go. I figured there would be something you have to turn. So, here's our first view of it. There's something big over there. Kind of almost looks like a meteor or something. And there's, I guess, the Arcadia Base, which looks really cool. It looks really cool. I'm excited to explore it. Welcome, Sloppycan 365, to the shuttle landing. This is the build entering the sci-fi competition, which has been fun to work on. This is the way to the staff and kitchens along the way up. Alright, cool. I like that they use the slopes just to make the walls sort of blend together. They use the piping. They're really enjoying these galactic red lines. Ooh. This does feel good, doesn't it? Ooh, galactic purple lines. Very neat. I like that they've hooked up doors using the terminals. So we're probably inside of the round thing in the middle, right? Which is magnificent. We'll go up in just a second. Yeah, this looks really cool. I'm sorry, I'm jumping just so you can try and get the view of the center thing. It looks pretty amazing. I'm excited to explore this Arcadia Base. Let's go up, see what happens. Ooh, Lumite. Didn't expect to see the Shattered Lumite in here. I'm not sure. So let's see. We got all kinds of stuff going on over here. This door's locked. That's fair. That's fair. It does look cold out there, doesn't it? So we've got a lovely fireplace. Nice LED carpet. I mean, it's very well done. It's very large. I'll say that much. Very large. We got some slowly bouncing swords. A little frightening. A little daunting, you know. And we can go up. Yeah. Okay, we got lovely views. The reinforced glass. I think the reinforced glass goes quite well with these, I don't know if they're using limestone as well, which is kind of a cool thing to use with a galactic build. You know, it's sort of light colored. There's some interesting stuff on the roof. I like this. It's. I almost didn't notice they transitioned to using blocks outside of the galactic block set, and it works, which is cool. I'm just gonna go through doors. The computer upstairs. Is this a shower? Yeah, look at that. A nice computer shower. Get all the smarts rained down on you. All right, cool. I'm a little lost in where I am, but that's okay. I think I came in from over here. Yeah, okay. So there's one checkpoint left, and it's going to bug me if I don't click it. Crushed it. Although it did seem like something popped up. Either way, that's all I'm going to do for today. We saw some really great adventures. There's a lot of really great adventures popping up around the build competition, and just in general, if you guys are into checking out people's builds. Like, these are all sort of within the top, you know, 9 or 10, which is kind of crazy. You can see there's all kinds of amazing looking builds. Like, just a town, this looks amazing. A self-guided tour, that looks awesome. There's so many things I want to do, and I'll do them all, I guess, next week, and then there'll be more added up, and I'm overwhelmed with great adventures. Either way, leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more Creativerse, all that jazz, and leave a comment if there's one of these that is especially cool that I should check out. That one looks really neat, eh? 29,579 block spaceship was entered in the Cosmo Chizard contest. Wow! I think that would be the biggest blueprint in the game. Like, if, out of all the ones they've actually made themselves. Wow. Okay. So much to check out. I'll see you guys next week. Ciao!